The full episode is now available on Patreon and YouTube memberships. Please see the link in the description for more details.
And we are back to talk about some of the stuff in the news that's been happening lately. Preston, how are you? It's been a minute.
I'm doing okay. Staying busy.
Mm-hmm. And we got lots to talk about today, so let's start with, of course, House of Le Dragoon. And we got some interesting news and a rumor that I actually wanted your opinion on. So, of course,
ooh la la.
The Hull brothers have been cast, at least two of them. Isn't there a third? I swear there's a third. Or maybe there's another Dragonseed. So far, they got two Dragonseeds, but not the other three. So we have Adam of Hull and Alan, and then there's Nettles, and there's Hugh Hammer.
Yes.
I swear there's a fifth.
Ulf the White and Hugh the Hammer.
There it is. So far we have two of the 5 Dragonseeds. Nettles, they haven't said anything. Ulf and Hugh Hammer, nothing. We've seen nothing from them. But our boy, Abu Bakr Salim, who played father in Raised by Wolves, he will be Alan of Hull, and actor Clinton Liberty, who I've never seen him in anything, he will be Adam of Hull. So
Okay.
So far, we're getting it underway.
Yeah, it seems like they're dropping the plot that they might be Laenor's bastards. By the actor choice.
So you have a problem with that, because you liked it when it was somewhat ambiguous in Fire and Blood that they could have been Laenor's bastards, maybe. I always thought, it was locked in that it was Corlys' sons or bastard sons because, he's been around for a while. He's done his thing.
Well, it depends how you read. It depends how you read Fire and Blood. Fire and Blood is ambiguous in the sense that there's definitely an element that's pushing the fact that the Velaryon boys are bastards and that Laenor's gay. But there's other sources that are no, they're trueborn, and Laenor has actually some other bastards because he's either bisexual or heterosexual the entire time.
I was going to say that. Doesn't Mushroom give the account that Rhaenyra was actually present in some of his sexcapades with Joffrey Lonmouth?
Mushroom is all over the map, but it's mainly Mushroom. It's mainly Mushroom that Mushroom pushes the hardest that Rhaenyra was having an affair with Harwin Strong and that the children are bastards. The Septon Eustace does not believe that they're bastards. He believes that Laenor fathered these Dragonseeds. He thinks the kids are trueborn. He does not, really talk about there being a relationship between Rhaenyra and Harwin. And then, the Maesters are kind of all over the map. But yeah, one of the Maesters does say yes. These are Laenor's Dragonseed children. They're his bastards. And then another Maester is totally on board with with Rhaenyra fathering bastards. So
the casting. So people are a little confused. Why do you think the casting of these two actors confirms that it's Corlys' bastards instead of Laenor? They went out of their way.
Well, their age is the main thing.
Is the main thing, yeah.
Yeah, they're way too old to be Laenor's children. And then that's the main thing.
Actually, I don't know if you know this, but the actor who Abu Bakr Salim, who's going to be Alan, I'm actually older than him. I think he's 29. I think 29 or 30. I'm older than him, so I mean, he could theoretically still. Actually, no, he could. Never mind. Okay, unless
Abu Bakr Salim.
Yeah,
let me.
Unless unless Laenor was
he's 30.
Yeah, I'm
30.
older than him. Unless Laenor was getting it in there at a very, very, very young age, which
yeah. I mean, let's see, John McMillan, he's 30 as well, but let's see, he dies at a different time periods, but he's still he dies 10 years before, even if you're saying 10 years before the next events because of time skips and stuff, even if you're saying that,
right.
that's still him having a kid at 9 years old, or 10 years old. So it's just it just seems like they're going to go with they're Corlys' bastards or something, or not mention it at all. I mean, it's possible that they just won't mention it at all.
I mean, they kind of have to, but at the same time, yeah, I could see them doing something like, well, Aegon was on Dragonstone, and he traveled back and forth between Driftmark and Dragonstone for the longest time, and he always had paramours every now and then, and some of them could have survived at this day, and blah 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 blah. So I could see them making that excuse in case they decide not to talk about it. But at the same time, it does give the Corlys character some depth, kinda, because if you go back to season 1 of House of the Dragon, he doesn't really do that much. The first 3 episodes, he's there.
He's Rhaenys' cheerleader.
Basically.
He's Rhaenys' cheerleader, and he cares about the Velaryon name. And those are his 2 motivations. Pushing the Velaryon name and being Rhaenys' cheerleader.
After episode 3, which is that Daemon battle where he kills Drahar, he kind of disappears a bit. He's kind of there, not really. Vaemond had more stuff to do, kind of, if you think about it.
Vaemond's he's a much more vibrant character than Corlys, I have to say. But Vaemond did more in his 1 episode than a lot of actors did the entire series. Yeah. So it's not that I don't mind. I do like Corlys. I do. I think but yeah, he could be a little more interesting. Is what I think you and I are both saying.
Like I said, the other Dragonseeds have not been cast, or they have, but we haven't heard anything. Maybe they're keeping a lid on it. Though they did cast.
Who is Nettles? Who's Nettles?
I haven't seen anything about Nettles. We got Alice Rivers. She's in there. Yeah. They got Simon Strong. He's in there.
Okay. Simon Strong is such a minor character. Maybe they're going to expand him. Simon Strong is essentially a Castellan who he surrenders to Daemon immediately, and that's it. So there's not much to him. Alice Rivers is probably the more interesting. I saw the Alice Rivers actress. She has an interesting look.
I think she looks perfect as so you keep saying, you said this the same thing about Matt Smith as Daemon. I remember when they first cast him, you're like, he kind of looks weird. I think he kind of looks weird in an inbred type of way, which is perfect for a Targaryen. Come on.
I guess. I mean, Alice Rivers isn't inbred, though.
Alice Rivers, I think, I forgot the name of the woman they cast, but I know what she looks like. I think she's perfect. How do I say this without offending literally an entire country of people? British people have an interesting look, and I think it's
her name's Gail. Her name's Gail Rankin, by the way.
Awful last name, but okay. British people have an interesting look that I think is perfect for a medieval fantasy, and she fits the role perfectly for this medieval fantasy.
I mean, you think Olivia? You don't think Olivia Cook is just walking around medieval times?
You said she has an interesting face. Actually, all jokes aside, I actually think she's very good looking, and I don't know. I think she was. We'll see how good the actress is, but I think she's pretty good cast.
Yeah. Look, she's got an interesting look to her, is what I'm saying. I'm not. I wouldn't say that she's pretty or homely. I just think she has a very interesting look. I mean, you're right that it's somewhat like Matt Smith, and that it's just an interesting look. A lot of character to her face.
Fair. But yeah, no. So far, no Nettles, no Ulf, no Hugh Hammer. They have I remember they cast a guy who's going to be a knight from House Rain. So that's there, an original character from House Rain, which I think that's actually really cool. We have Sir Gawain Hightower, and so far I think I might be missing one random guy in the background, but so far I think that's it. No Daron. Nothing on Daron.
No Daron.
Nothing on him. If they cast him, they're keeping it very, very close to the chest.
Yeah.
There,
I mean, it's just it'd be funny if they pull it out and it's somebody you just were not expecting. You're like, Jaleel White? What was his name? What, you know what I'm
the guy who
talking
played
about?
Urkel.
Yeah. It's like, you'd be like, what? Him? For what? Really? Wilmer Valderrama? You'd be like, what? I wasn't expecting him to be Daron.
You know what? I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll fucking take it at this point. Fuck it. I'll fucking take it.